father's acceptance of son's dreams. In a quiet town where the morning mist clung to the rooftops like a soft blanket, lived Arthur, a man whose life was measured in the steady, rhythmic ticking of clocks. Arthur was a master horologist, a man who believed that every second of life should be accounted for and used with purpose. His pride and joy was his son, Leo. For years, Arthur had envisioned a future for Leo that was as precise and prestigious as a Swiss movement. Leo would become a surgeon, a man who saved lives with the same steady hands Arthur used to fix gears. The story begins in the warm glow of the family study. Arthur is seen polishing Leo's first stethoscope, a gift for his second year of medical school. Precision, Leo, Arthur would often say in flashbacks to Leo's childhood, as they built model bridges together. A life built on a solid foundation is a life that matters. Little Leo would nod, his eyes wide, though his hands often drifted to the margins of his notebooks, sketching intricate, fantastical worlds where trees grew clockwork leaves and the sky was the color of a bruised plum. The middle of our story finds Leo home for a long weekend. The house is filled with the scent of cinnamon and the heavy weight of a secret. Leo is quiet, his eyes darting to his locked briefcase. One afternoon, while Leo is out meeting an old classmate, Arthur discovers a letter peeking out from that very briefcase. It isn't a medical report. It's an invitation to a prestigious animation showcase, addressed to Leo, lead concept artist. Underneath lies a stack of sketches, not of anatomy, but of characters brimming with emotion, and a formal withdrawal letter from the university dated 6 months ago. The world seems to stop. The ticking of the clocks in Arthur's workshop grows deafening. The gentle humor of the morning, Arthur trying to learn how to use Leo's fancy digital tablet thinking it was a medical device, evaporates. When Leo returns, the confrontation is silent at first. Arthur simply holds the sketch of a mechanical bird, its wings made of golden gears. "I didn't waste the time, Dad," Leo whispers, his voice trembling like a violin string. "I just used it to find the heart instead of the pulse." The turning point occurs that evening. Furious and heartbroken, Arthur retreats to his workshop. He picks up an old, broken pocket watch, a family heirloom he could never quite fix. As he tinkers, his mind wanders to the old shopkeeper's wisdom he once heard. "You cannot put a price on time, but you can choose how to spend it." He looks at Leo's sketches again. He notices something he missed. The mechanical bird in the drawing is modeled after the very watch he's holding. Leo hadn't abandoned his father's world, he had reimagined it. He had taken the discipline of the father and infused it with the dream of the son. Arthur realizes that while he was teaching Leo how to measure time, Leo was learning how to make time stand still through art. The resolution unfolds at the animation showcase. Arthur arrives unannounced, standing in the back of a dark theater. On the screen, a short film begins. It's a story about a clockmaker and his son. The animation is breathtaking, every gear, every shadow, every expression is infused with the love and precision Arthur had taught him. The audience is moved to tears. Arthur sees himself on screen, not as a stern taskmaster, but as a hero who taught his son how to see the beauty in the small things. As the lights come up, Leo finds his father in the crowd. There are no long speeches, only a deep, emotional embrace. "The time was well spent, Leo," Arthur says softly, his hand resting with pride on his son's shoulder. The story ends with a hopeful, cinematic montage, Arthur and Leo in the workshop together. Arthur is fixing a clock, and Leo is capturing the movement on his tablet for his next project. The mist over the town has cleared, replaced by a brilliant, golden sunset. The final narration reminds us that a person's purpose isn't always the path laid out for them, but the one they walk with passion. Time is indeed free, but it is priceless, and the greatest use of it is to build a bridge of understanding between the hearts we love.